Greetings from Costa Rica. As some of you may know, my name is Amy Haefs, and this is my husband, Joseph Haefs.
Hello.
And we are just so excited to be able to share with you today what we're doing in Costa Rica and the ministry that we will be a part of in Peru.
Well, as Amy said, currently we are living in San Jose, Costa Rica, and we've been here since August of 2013, and we're attending a year-long 3-trimester language learning program. And we're really excited. I would say we're really excited
Yes.
because this Monday, May 5th, we begin our 3rd and final trimester. And yes, quite exciting. And in August, we will be moving to Peru. But we've had the privilege and the honor of being able to connect through a few different means of ministry here in Costa Rica. And we're excited to be able to share about those with you.
Yes. I have been able to be a part of so many different ministries here. There are just so many different outlets that we get to participate in. And one of the things that I have been blessed with is actually leading a small group here. It's completely in English. It's actually with other students, other missionaries that are going around Latin America. But it is just a time for us to really just have biblical counseling in our own language. So it's very, very important to us. Also, I have had the privilege of actually teaching an Empleada Bible study. This is a Bible study for the local maids in Costa Rica. I was so blessed and fortunate to be able to do this because it was completely in Spanish. And while I was practicing my Spanish, I was also getting to just connect with Latin American women and just see their hearts as well.
As far as the ministry opportunities that I've been able to be a part of, I've had the privilege of being able to lead worship, not only in the school, where sometimes I lead in English, but also leading through the local church that we've been attending, being able to lead in Spanish. And that's been something that's been just a real joy and honor to be a part of. Another way that I've been able to be involved is through a local football organization. Actually, the Costa Ricans have a professional, if you will, football team organization, and I've been able to play for the last several months with one of those teams and been able to use a talent from many years ago in high school to be able to reach and talk and have relationships with many different teams and many different players on my team as well as other teams. And it's just been a great way just to be able to minister and share the love of Christ with some kind of rough guys. I've learned lots of Spanish, been able to practice lots of Spanish. I've learned a lot of Spanish words that I probably won't ever use at any point, but I at least have learned what they are, to where if anybody ever decides they want to call me an ugly word in Peru, I will know what they're calling me. So I've learned lots of things through that and been able just to minister to some guys as well. And then another thing that we actually were both able to be involved with last August during our first trimester for about 4 months, we taught an English as a second language course to local Costa Rican, most of them being around their later high school years and their early college years. These people we've been able to have over to our house for dinners, as well as been able just to hang out with them and still continue a relationship with them to this day. But as I said, in August, to be specific, August 22nd, we will be flying out of San Jose, Costa Rica, down to Peru, where we will be serving with AMG International. And AMG International is an organization that's been around for over 70 years, but in Peru they've been there since 1998. So for nearly 16 years, AMG's been involved in Peru. And their ministry in Peru right now centers solely around the children there. These are poor kids. They're not orphans. Most of them come from single-family homes where they're just quite poor. And so what AMG does is they come alongside these kids. They enroll them into a program where they can come after school. They receive a meal. They receive tutoring for their homework. And then most importantly, they receive the Word of God. And so as of right now, there are 4 child care centers in Peru. And each day, over 450 kids come through these child care centers. And so we're really excited to be able to join this organization that we've been a part of, myself since 2005, Amy since 2009. We're really excited just to be able to go down and get started with the work that's going on down in Peru.
Yes, as Joseph said, we will be heavily involved with the child care centers that are actually run through the churches that we will also be a part of. This is very special for us because, as Joseph said, most of these children come from single-parent homes. Divorce is a huge problem in Peru, and so most of the time the father in the relationship is not present in the children's life. So we will be doing anything from helping with their school to discipleship, to just letting them know that someone else, really loves them and that God really cares about them. Another thing that we're going to be a part of is through the church, there will be a youth program, and we will be there just solely to serve, whether they need us through music, whether they need a small group leader, whether they just need somebody just to care for those teenagers. And so we really want to focus on that. But also, finally, we will be very heavily focused on short-term teams. So teams from the States that come and they can do anything from vacation Bible schools to a medical team to making a building or whatever the need is at the time. We would love to have people to come and basically just be extra hands and feet. So we're very excited about that. In conclusion, we just want to thank you, ladies of Plantation Parkway, for just listening to us, getting to know what we will be doing in Peru, and we just hope that today you guys have a great Seaside Tea Party.